Coming to the applied aspect, right, of the thyroid gland in the second part. So as we know that, right, clinically thyroid gland is an endocrine gland and very important doing function of secretion of T3 and T4 hormones, right. So when the gland secretes more hormone, right, what we call, right, the hyperthyroidism, right, so excessive T3 T4, right, or sometimes hormones may be less, hypothyroidism. So in that both case, right, we call as goiter, and in that case this thyroid gland, right, can enlarge in size and what we call as goiter. If it is enlarged in the hyper condition, it can compress, right, the two tubular structures what we have seen, right, which are on the medial side of the thyroid gland, that is trachea and the esophagus, right. So due to the compression, right, so due to the enlargement, they can cause compression over the air pipe, right, like the trachea, or the food pipe like the esophagus, right, and due to that there may be a problem in swallowing, right, so that is called a dysphagia, and there may be a problem in the respiration, right, to take the breath, that is called as dyspnea. So there may be a dysphagia or dyspnea, right. So one has to keep watch over that, right, if it is enlarged. So surgeon has to keep watch that these two problems can come. Another very important regarding this, right, the thyroid gland, as we have seen in blood supply, there is a superior thyroid artery and inferior thyroid artery from the lower side. There are two important nerves, right, in relation to this artery. Superiorly we are getting, right, the extralaryngeal nerve, right, along with the superior thyroid artery, and inferiorly we are getting, right, the recurrent laryngeal nerve. These two nerves, they are very important, right. So along with these two blood vessels, right, they are supplying to the thyroid. During the operation, what we call thyroidectomy, right, so these two nerves, surgeon has to take care about the extralaryngeal nerve and this recurrent laryngeal nerve, because recurrent laryngeal nerve, it is supplying, right, all muscles in case of the larynx. So when you are doing thyroidectomy, right, the superior thyroid artery is located very close to the apex, right. So at the apex very close, because at that level the recurrent this extralaryngeal nerve is away from it. So we have to tie the superior thyroid artery, right, very closely at the apex. As you go down, right, at the base, you have to tie inferior thyroid artery away from the lower or the base of that thyroid gland, because as you go up, right, they are very close to each other, the recurrent laryngeal nerve. So basically superior thyroid artery would ligate very close here at the apex and ligate the inferior thyroid artery away from the gland, right. So basically to preserve, right, external laryngeal nerve at the apex and recurrent laryngeal nerve, right, at the base of the thyroid gland. During thyroidectomy, if, right, by mistake there is a damage to the recurrent laryngeal nerve, patient has to sacrifice the voice. There will be problem because laryngeal muscles get paralyzed, and that person has to sacrifice his voice, right. So in this way surgeon has to take care of these two nerves, right. Apart from that, when we are doing thyroidectomy, right, we have to consider regarding the parathyroid gland also, right, which are on the posterior surface, right, of the thyroid gland. So it is a rule of the thumb, right, when you are removing the thyroid gland, right, so 1/8 part, right, 1/8 part of the thyroid gland we have to keep, right, as back, so that hormonal imbalance will be avoided, right. Along with that, the parathyroid gland which are on posterior side, they will be preserved there, because they are playing very important role. Parathyroid gland, they are secreting parathormone, right, so which is very important, right, regarding maintaining the calcium level in the blood. So in this way, during thyroidectomy, right, we have to take care, and as well as, right, one should know what is a goiter and what the problems can come, right. When the thyroid gland is enlarged, right, what we call goiter, we have to check it from the back side. One has to go on the back of the neck, then put the palmar surface on the front side in the middle of the neck and palpate it properly. Because this thyroid gland, right, another important point, and one can ask to swallow the, right, to drink something, right, to the patient, because the pretracheal fascia, right, so that forms a ligamentum barii which is attached posteriorly here. So during drinking, right, so there is a movement of the larynx there, and due to that, right, the thyroid gland moves. So what are the swellings that concern with the thyroid gland? They moves because this gland has posteriorly attachment with the help of ligament of Barii. So this is very clinical importance regarding this thyroid gland, and one should know. So here we aimed, right, the prosection concerned with the thyroid gland. Okay. You can see here, right, the separate specimen of the thyroid gland. So this is the front side, right. So you can see very nicely the shape of the thyroid gland. Also on posterior side, the posterior surface you can see here. Okay, here we finish today's pro section. Thank you.